It's recording. It's happening. It begins. Did I really set all this up ahead of time? I did. That is crazy.
You totally did. I know.
So prepared yesterday. I got stuff done before today. That's the good feeling.
Crazy.
All right. Here goes. Begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, there are no good nachos left.
Dog park etiquette.
How did that phone get up there?
Utah kids like to eat or like to fly. kind of jumped a word there.
That's all right.
Eat a fly.
Eat a Lego and start the clock.
Kids and their secret language.
Major spoilers and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
If I threw you out of a speeding ice truck and then ran over your head, you wouldn't be normal either.
Diplomatic community.
The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. The Morning Stream. Morning Stream.
This is The Morning Stream. Exercising demons since
The Morning Stream. Morning Stream.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to TMS. It is TMS for November 26th, 2018. Scott Johnson here. Brian Ibbett there. Post-Thanksgiving, Ibbett and Johnson here. How you feeling?
That's right. I'm good. I feel good. We've eaten most of our turkey. I did a cover-thon. I'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Yeah. Did you feel like did the food and everything work out? I know you guys held it there. Did it all go the way you wanted?
You know what? It all went well. Well, all right. I'll tell a little story, and then because I see you got things here I want to get to.
Sure.
But I'll tell a little story about preparing the house for company coming.
Oh, okay.
And I'm amazed. We had a pretty drama-free Thanksgiving. We had 17 people in our house. And amazingly enough, there was little to no drama. There was there's some grandmother fighting.
Really?
Some grandmother jealousy. Yes, my late stepdad's mother and my mother's mother.
Yeah.
My late stepdad's mother, Carol, is fantastic. I mean, both of my grandmothers are fantastic, but Carol is great. She's super nice and is the most generous, warm, wonderful person you'd ever meet. Really is. Like she still plays golf 3 days a week, and she doesn't use a golf cart. Like she's 87 and she just walks along the course. She doesn't hit far, but
That's great. That's awesome.
But she's spry and out and about.
Yeah.
My mother's mother is in a assisted living facility and has been less active her whole life, but also has had some medical issues and things like that. And she's jealous of Carol and how active she is and how much my mom still likes her, even though my stepdad passed away a few years ago. And so we still occasionally get the "what's she doing here" kind of thing from one grandmother. It's like grandmother dome. One grandmother enters, or two grandmothers enter, one grandma leaves, kind of thing.
It's been a while since I've seen a good grandma fight, so this sounds interesting. I mean, did they go at it? Did they actually have like a...
No. This was kind of under her breath, under her Hungarian breath.
Gotcha.
My Hungarian grandmother.
It's even worse. It's a little worse when they won't just get it out in the open sometimes. Sometimes it's better if they just talked or said something out loud. At least you have a story to tell. Instead, they're just kind of grumbling it to themselves, you know?
Yeah, and the weird thing is they're great. You know, once they get started and they're sitting there at the table and food's done and the kids are over watching video games and the adults are over in another part watching the football game and whatever, and all the grandmothers are kind of hanging out at the table still, munching on whatever food happens to be left over on the table that we haven't already put in Tupperware and shoved in the fridge.
Nice.
And they're getting along great and they're just, happy as clams, but it's that weird initial "what's she doing here" kind of thing. That's like, oh, really? Come on now.
It's Thanksgiving. Everybody comes to Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're all invited to the turkey day and the whatnot. And the food was good, I assume. All that was great.
Food was fantastic. Yeah, so the story, real quick story. Because, we had company coming, Tina and I had to do kind of a mad dash on Wednesday after I finished doing the Beatles, Coverville, and all the other stuff I had going on. We basically just did a head to toe cleaning of the house where we knew people would be hanging out. We didn't clean every room, but we cleaned the rooms that they would be in.
Sure.
And
we did the same. It's a good idea.
in our living room, right in front of the couch, we have this big, nice, large ottoman, and it's hollow underneath. So it's more like a coffee table with a very soft padded top to it that a person could sit comfortably on.
Okay. All right.
And we knew that would be the case, that people would want to sit up there. So we cleaned off. We've got a little TV tray that we have a couple magazines and a couple remote controls and things like that. And we decided, we gotta just clean all this stuff off. And while we're at it, I'll fix that bum leg. It's got kind of a wobbly leg. So we cleared the stuff off of it. Tina and I got on each side of it because this is a bigger job than one person can do. And we just flipped the thing over straight away.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit, when we set it back down, we noticed one side was higher than the other, but really didn't even think about it. I was like, all right, we must have left had shoes on the ground or something like that. And so grabbed a screwdriver. Oh, darn, need an Allen wrench. So went back into the garage, grabbed an Allen wrench, came back, tightened it up, then went to the other legs, decided, let's do all 4 legs while we're in here. Tightened all 4 legs up, handed the Allen wrench back over to Tina because she was still on the other side of it. She started doing the Allen wrench, and then she realized that the ottoman was moving.
Oh. Ugh.
And then she looked underneath it and realized that Inara, who had been lying on the floor underneath the ottoman, had just pretty much been flipped over, had just been pretty much dropped an ottoman on her while she was sleeping.
Oh my gosh. So she was, did you guys know that
she was under there for a good 4 or 5 minutes while we were sitting there adjusting the ottoman and going and getting the right wrench and stuff like that.
Oh.
And she's a cat who likes, being in small enclosed places. You put a cardboard box on the floor, it's the first thing she goes for, is hopping in that cardboard box.
Sure, they like
and just
that.
sitting there.
Yeah.
She likes that, exactly. A lot of cats like that.
Yeah.
And so we lifted up the ottoman, and she's just kind of like hunkered down. And cats can look pissed, but they don't often look pissed. Inara looked pissed.
Right.
I picked her up and was petting her, and she wasn't kind of responding to that. So I set her down on the couch, and she stayed in this kind of hunched position, staring at me, and she didn't come out for the whole rest of the night.
Oh. Does she not like when people come over anyway? She not like crowds and
She
stuff?
hates it when people come over. Yeah, she was. It's really weird. I mean, I'm the person in the house that she likes. She likes me. She likes the dog. She likes Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of likes Tina, and anybody else? Nope. They get hissed at if they even look at her. If they walk by her and look at her, she looks up and hisses and is the meanest cat.
Yeah, our cat's the same. People come over and he I shouldn't say she he just turns into a complete recluse and goes hide somewhere.
Yeah.
But when he's out, he's just a jerk. He hates me. I don't know what I think. I said on Twitter, I think it's my alignment with the dogs. Cat just hates me.
That's right.
Because he knows I like
You're
the
on their
dogs.
side.
Yeah, I picked a side, I guess, and he's and it's mostly about me. It's not like I'm going, ooh, I hate cats. I love dogs. It's not like I'm doing that.
Yeah.
It's just someone has to feed him and pet him and take him on walks and do stuff. You got to manage the dogs. So what does the cat expect? You little rat, freaking rat cat. I wish he liked me, but what are you gonna do? All right, I got a question for you.
Anyway. Yes.
Can you name a place? And I'm sure you can because you're pretty good at knowing a good place for this.
Also because I'm a fat guy.
No, because I just think you're a connoisseur and you would know a good plate of nachos if you saw one. But is there a place left on this planet that actually serves, and I'm not talking about making it yourself and going and getting all your stuff and everything, a place where you can go and order nachos, like fully loaded, whatever kind of nachos you like. Is there such a thing as good nachos anymore? Because I'm here to tell you, I don't think there is, so prove me wrong.
I'm going to prove you wrong, but I don't think it's a place that you've got there. It's a chain called Qdoba.
Oh, we have Qdoba. We do have them here.
You have Qdoba?
Yeah. Oh, no. You know what it was? Qdoba's the place that you go to all the time that I can never get, but I went to when I was in Detroit on layover, and it was fantastic. So you're telling me
really good.
You're telling me Qdoba's got the nacho platter. And
Qdoba's got the nachos, and it's kind of like it's set up like a Chipotle, basically, where you basically walk along with your food. You're walking your food like you're a human conveyor belt.
Yep.
But it's on the other side of the sneeze glass, and you're basically telling them what you want in it and stuff.
Right.
And it's just really good. And what I do, well, what I did.
Well, yeah, because what you do and what you
here's
did
the
are
killer.
different now. So yeah,
Exactly. Well, here's the key: is that the nacho part totally fine. The chips are the killer as far as losing weight. And let me interject real quick. Even with Thanksgiving, I lost 1.5 pounds last week.
Oh my gosh!
Which is a would for a normal week be like, oh, okay, that's cool. But it's the week of Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving leftovers, and I gotta say, I'll take comfort in that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, well done. At least you didn't. Well, I'm not going to admit to this yet. Anyway, continue on. So good.
Anyway,
good
so
nachos.
the way you do it at Qdoba is you get the chips on the side, so they provide the chips to you in a separate bag so they don't get soggy.
Okay.
And then the bowl just contains your queso, your vegetables, your pulled pork, or your ground beef, or your steak, or your chicken, or whatever, and then all your other toppings. And their corn salsa is
Is really
absolutely
good.
the way to go.
Yeah, it's really good. I've had that at the thing in a bowl. The corn salsa, but I didn't have it in. It wasn't nachos. It was just like a rice bowl thing, or not rice. What was it? I guess it was rice. Whatever it was, we had at Qdoba in the airport was freaking fantastic, and it had that corn
it's really
chowder
good. And
salsa.
it's a bummer there's no Qdoba in. I'm looking just to make sure.
Yeah,
There's
unless
no
something's
Qdoba.
changed recently, I don't think there's any here yet. But I'd make it the frequent if I knew about it. All right. Well, the reason I bring this up is we went to a place this weekend. Nick decided he wanted to buy the family dinner because, working now, he's got a little spending cash. For some reason, this is a thing all my kids did when they started to have a job and earn money, and this. They were like,
Sure.
"Hey, I want to buy dinner for the family." It was just like this thing they do.
Yeah, it's a rite of passage. It's like
I guess so.
It makes you feel like you're grown up.
Yeah, and it was his idea.
Yeah.
So he said, "Sure, bud, that sounds great. Thanks for that." So we go to this place, and I ordered these nachos called Irish nachos.
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah, I know what you're gonna have in there. You're gonna have probably corned beef.
A little bit.
Is gonna be your meat. Yeah, there's a place called Clancy's here that does the Irish nachos.
And they normally, it sounds amazing. Like on the menu, looked great. Got them. They weren't that great. I've had other nachos at other places recently. And so it occurred to me last night, I haven't had a good plate of nachos in 100 years, it feels like. And I don't know what's going on with that. We have like incredibly capable Southwestern Tex-Mex Mexican restaurants here that are amazing. Maybe I'm just going to the wrong places, so I'm putting it out. I'm putting my feelers out there. Yo, fellow Utah tadpoolers, you guys got any ideas? Because, man, I could go for a big plate of nachos right now.
Now, when we go to Vegas,
Yeah.
one of the places I recommend you hit up is a place called Nacho Daddy, and the location I know of that Tina and I went to is in on the side of Planet Hollywood. It's actually not too far, like 4 or 5 doors down from the Taco Bell Cantina that's there on the side of.
That's not far.
No, it's not far.
Right
It's
on
like
the
right
strip.
on the side of.
Yeah, I'll go there in freaking April, man. Are you kidding me? That sounds great.
There you go. There you go.
And they focus on nachos. It's all nachos all the time, or what?
Yeah, I mean that's their big focus. I think they've got burritos and chicken breast over rice and stuff like that, but I think their primary thing is nachos. And that's what Tina had the only time we've ever been there, and they were good. They were are they the best thing I've ever best nachos I've ever had? No, but I can't think of better nachos that I've had. I mean, Qdoba's pretty damn good. And Knott's in the chat room is totally right on the money. I mean, Taco Bell Nacho Supreme is still kind of the bar by which we measure this stuff, because when we were kids and they came out with nachos, which is not inherently, as far as I know, not inherently a thing you go to Mexico and get. I don't think you go to a little canteen off the side in Juarez and say, let me get a plate of nachos. They're going to be like, sir, we have tacos.
Yeah,
Say it.
I think you're right. I mean, I'm no expert either, but I have a feeling that stuff is us just throwing crap together on a plate and calling it good.
Yeah, exactly.
But, Rancheritos and SLC is good. I have heard they're good, but I haven't been there before. All right.
Yeah, Lucas Light says Diablo's at the Monte Carlo is pretty good. Well, it was, because now there's no longer a Diablo's, and technically there's no longer a Monte Carlo. It's Park MGM, and they got rid of that awesome, that decent Mexican restaurant that was in front of it. They had really good nachos. They had really good guacamole, and then the other stuff there was fair.
All right. Well, I want to go to this Nacho Daddy place. That's what I want.
Nacho Daddy.
Sounds
Yes.
really good to me. Of course Vegas has something. What am I even thinking? That's where I should get my nachos. Of course.
Yeah,
What?
but that's a long haul for you in Salt Lake City. You're not going to be hopping on the old 15 to get down to
Yeah, let's do a 5-hour trip for a thing of nachos
right,
and
just
come
for a
back.
plate of nachos.
Yeah, I'll do it in April though for sure, unless I go there earlier. But that's probably the earliest I'll get there.
Yeah.
So one other thing, we're at the dog park yesterday, Saturday, sorry, not Sunday, Saturday with the dogs. We went early in the morning because we had a ton of crap to do, and we decided to do it early. So we had Izzy with us because we were babysitting Izzy overnight. She's the big pit bull my daughter owns, and so we got her because they're off doing things, and then we got Boomer with us and left Rainer home because Rainer doesn't like other dogs, so she's kind of bad at the dog park. But these other two love other dogs. They want to run with them, and this place is always full of dogs. So we go down there to the dog park, and we let the dogs out. We put them through what I like to call the airlock, because there's like this gate where you go slink, and then you got to shut it, and then you open the next part. It's totally like a science fiction airlock.
It is totally the best, right? Yeah. Exactly. You want a little decontamination steam to come down on you, like.
Yeah, just going. Psh. And I feel like, and every time I do it, it's annoying my family. But I always go, "Don't open that until the outer door is shut." Okay, now you can open the inner door. Like I treat it like it's an actual ship, and we're all going to die if we open up the. We're just going to die in cold, dead space if they open the door. But anyway, we take him in there, and we're running with him and throwing bones and doing this stuff. And then some other people are there, and this nice guy is there, and we're talking to him. And he's got this big, furry, I don't know what all dog. Somebody named, I forgot the name of the dog. It was a cool name, though, for a dog. Not Chansey. Not Charlie. Some kind of name. Anyway,
gotcha. Okay.
Doesn't matter to the story. But he's running around, everybody's playing and stuff, and all of a sudden this dog stops, and Kim's standing between me and the guy who owns the dog, so he doesn't really see what his dog is doing. But I look down and notice that this dog has found a turd from another dog and is now making a meal of it.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Now, here's the etiquette question of the day.
A little corporophagia.
Do you say to the guy...
Maybe that's the dog's name, corporophagia.
Yeah, corporophagia. Chorpra, because I had a cha. No, but like, do I look at him and say, "Oh, hey, your dog's eating a poo," or do I not say anything? I'll tell you what I did.
Think you say something.
I didn't say anything. I just let it go because I didn't. It felt weird to go. Sorry, hang on a second. Your dog here is eating a poop. Or should I have just gone, "No, get out of there," and shush the dog away as if I, could intervene?
I think there's a third option. You just say, I don't know if you kind of look at the guy and say, "I don't know if you want him doing this, but your dog's currently eating poop."
Yeah, I should have done it.
Just in case he licks your face later, you should probably know this.
I feel like I could have done that. Maybe that is a good third option. Maybe I should have said, "Whoop, we got a poop eater," and just kind of had fun with it. Laughed it off a little bit.
Exactly. And that's how I would have done it. Is like, you probably want to know about this, but your dog's currently eating poop. Because I think we'd want to know if Daisy was doing that at a dog park. Because, when she goes up and eats the cat poop, fortunately she's not doing that as much anymore.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's horrible. Because you come out of the, she disappear for a while and you're not even thinking about it. Then she comes over to you and like, "Hi."
Yeah.
And she's got like kitty litter stuck all over her lips.
Yep. And they get the worst possible breath of all time.
At least the poop that she's eating, is local. It's farm to table.
It's farm to table poop. Yeah.
It's not some random dog with worms or with, whatever situation. You don't want them eating dog park poop.
Yeah, no kidding. That's the other thing is this is dog park poop. It's not a dog I can verify. I don't know if it was a good clean dog. I don't know anything about the damn dog.
I would have told the guy, but I would have done it exactly how you described it. Just said it in kind of a joking, funny way, like, your dog's eating poop. I don't know if you want to know this.
Yeah. It just felt, I don't know why I felt constrained. And I don't know if it was it was just a vibe I was getting that if I say this guy's going to say, like, I don't know, it felt like he might go, "Why didn't you tell me sooner?" Or, like he would have been mad.
How can he get mad at you? He's like, "Well, of course he does."
Yeah, like that. I don't know, in my head, maybe it's because it's just early. It was Saturday. I was just like, I don't want to deal with people right now. So it's not my dog. Kind of was having one of those attitudes. But I think if I was Him, I would have liked it if somebody had said something, probably.
You were Spider-Man with the burglar running by.
Yeah.
Somehow that dog is gonna come back to haunt you. He's gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna bump into him and not realize it's the same dog, and that dog is gonna lick your hand.
Right. And I'll go find
And with great power comes great responsibility, Scott.
Martin Sheen laying there bleeding to death, or whoever he was in that one. Actually, he didn't die in those movies, did he? The Martin Sheen ones, he didn't die.
Right. He disappeared and then showed up. Yeah, what was the deal? He wasn't really dead. Peter Parker's
well, maybe maybe the Uncle
Oh
Ben.
no, it was his parents that we're talking about the Andrew Garfield ones, right?
Yeah, those I don't think they ever depicted the Uncle Ben bit that I know of.
Remember. Yeah.
Right? I don't think they did. Whatever.
I don't think they did either.
Those movies have quickly become a distant memory.
It's like it's like there was it's almost like a Spider-Man movie or a Batman movie without the death of Martha and
yeah, how do you do that? It's like having yeah. If you don't have your Batman parents die, you don't have a Batman movie, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Jeez.
Man, well done, Sony. You guys pulled one over on us, you guys. All right, so here's the deal. Coverthon. Let's sum it up. How'd it go?
Yes.
Everything go good?
Coverthon went really well. We raised $3,300 for Alzheimer's research, and we're going to bump that up to $3,500 just to make it a nice, fun, even number. I'm realizing that I need to start a little bit earlier with promotion, and we did all right with guests. I'm almost thinking that what we need to do is shorter segments. So like doing a film sack, maybe instead of doing a full-on movie, we do a 30-minute talking about a specific trope. Get the four of us on here and just do something specific for Coverthon, or 40 minutes or something like that, because there were people, actually with Film Sack it didn't happen, but there were people with other segments that we did that day that were like, I want more music. When's the music coming back on? And things like that. So I need to think about it for next year. I'm also thinking, what if I did this during the spring and not the day after Thanksgiving when everything else that I'm working on is kind of coming to a head.
Yeah.
Like, again, the 2-hour Beatles show, the getting ready for cover or countdown, getting ready for this, doing that. It's like there's so much stuff at the end of the year.
I like that idea. Why not? There's nothing that says you have to do it at the end of the year or right on
No,
Black
the
Friday.
only benefit to this time of year, and I need to find out if there's another time of year where they do this, is that the gift matching takes place.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, they probably have some. I can't imagine they wouldn't have other options.
I think they do have it more times per year, and I'll need to do a little research and find that out. But anyway, it was still a lot of fun. Things really devolved into madness when Crazy Neighbor came over and brought some sake. Like things were going great. We had like 4 or 5 hours left in the coverthon. Then he came over and brought sake, and then I had to do a soundography while
inebriated,
slightly inebriated,
Yeah.
but also with 3 inebriated co-hosts sitting there at the peanut gallery table.
Great. I was going to ask if Dave came by. It sounds like he did.
He certainly did. Yes, exactly.
Well, leave it to him to bring the libations and
That's right.
ruin the night. Just kidding. I'm sure it all went
yes,
fine.
yeah. Rainbow Bright is absolutely correct. He brought sake and farts.
Oh,
like
wow.
They were the loudest streamed on Twitch farts I think that Twitch has ever seen.
That's fantastic. That's
It
almost
moved the needle.
That's
That's what they-
ASMR level farting going on right there.
Totally is.
Well done.
Exactly. Also, this last weekend, Tina and I joined the A-List. We're now, because we didn't do Movie Pass, we decided to do the AMC version of that, which is any movie, 3D, IMAX, Dolby Atmos, everything like that at any AMC theater. You get 3 a week. And we decided to take advantage of that this weekend, and we saw Overlord, which is the J.J. Abrams Nazi superhuman movie, monster movie.
He produced that or directed, or what was the deal?
You know, now that I say that, I don't know what his.
I think he just produced.
Just produced it.
But anytime he's producer on anything, they make a huge deal out of it, and it's easy to forget who actually directed it. Let's see, Overlord 2018. Oh, this is doing all right on Rotten Tomatoes.
It is 81% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is, he did not direct it, is what Jackalope.
Oh yeah, looks like directed by Julius Avery. Never heard of him. Written by 2 other dudes, but it's part of the Bad Robot production deal. That's cool. Ooh, I'm in the mood for this. This looks great.
It's decent. It's really good. The only person I really recognized was Ian Castaker, which is the guy. He's the guy who plays Fitz on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Who's really good.
Oh, all right.
But all in all, really good. Well done. Well done, film. Well done.
Well done, you guys. Well done.
Well done. Oh yeah. That's right. The Orange is the New Black. The guy who was getting married to the really flaky Italian girl. Italian woman.
Okay.
The major makeup.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar with that person. I actually kind of like that it's a small cast that's mostly cast-offs from other smaller things. I think that's fine. You don't get that.
Holy cow! So Jackalope says that. So Wyatt Russell is Kurt Russell's son. I guess that totally makes sense because he looks a lot like Kurt Russell.
Oh, weird. That's cool.
Holy cow! Yeah.
Well done, Russell family.
Anyway, we saw that, and then last night we saw Green Book, which is basically they said, all right, what's the formula for a movie that's guaranteed an Oscar nomination? All right, so we have a black jazz musician traveling cross country with a white Italian guy who may be a little bit racist, who's going to be his bodyguard, and he's going to take him to all these performances, and they're going to grow as friends even though they have differences and stuff like that. It was good. I mean, it was really good, and it is going to get a nomination just because it's.
Has it been expected to? I haven't even heard of it till today.
It has been expected to, and it's Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali.
Oh,
so another two likely candidates. Linda Cardellini, our Velma from the Scooby-Doo movies.
She's good. I like her.
She's really good. Anyway, yeah, it's good. It was decent.
It's got the same Rotten Tomatoes rating currently as Overlord.
Overlord? There you go.
82 each. Nice job, guys. All right,
yeah,
well.
and Jedi71 says, isn't it odd they don't explain what the Green Book is in the ads? And it's totally true. I had no idea what the Green Book was, and I didn't know from the ads, and even from the trailer. So you don't know why the movie is called Green Book. And I'm wondering if it's something, I'm not going to spoil it, because it's something you learn in the very beginning of the movie, and it's kind of cool.
All right.
Not cool. I mean, it's sad that this thing exists,
right?
But it's an important part of the story.
Cool in a different way.
Let's
Spoiler alert. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Brian Dunaway to the stage, where he will now play Battle Royale for our amusement. Hello, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Oh, hello. It's nice to hear you.
Hi.
I guess we just saw you on Saturday. No, Friday. That was
No,
fun.
Friday, which is usually longer than usual because I usually see you on Saturday. So I miss you guys so much.
It was a good time. We're going to play Battle Royale, and as I warned the chat room earlier, we're going to do this via the Discord server on Frog Pants. If you want to be a part of today's Battle Royale, how we're bringing you in via audio today is to hang out in the call waiting channel. That's the call waiting room, rather, on the Frog Pants Discord, which you should all already be members of. If you're not, you can go to frogpants.com/contact, and you'll find it there. But hop into that call waiting room.
Technically, it's the Wayne Teen Room, isn't it? Call Wayne Teen Room?
It is the Wayne Teen Room.
It is
correct.
the Wayne Teen Room. We already have somebody in there. Let's see who this is. Hold on a quick second. Hi, and welcome to the show. Who's this?
Hey, this is Nomic.
Oh, Nomic. How are you, Nomic? Oh, wait.
Well, I'm very good. How are you doing?
I'm good, except now I can't talk to these guys. Hold on.
Just to follow?
Hold on. I may have
Oh, there he is.
I just realized that this doesn't work this way.
Right. We have to be in the call waiting room.
The call waiting room as well.
Yeah, we can't do that. I mean, we could, but we're not gonna. All right. Never mind. Here's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna. Scott didn't think this through. It used to. You know why we used to do it? We used to do it before Discord had video, so we weren't using Discord for our call.
Oh, true.
We were using something else, and then we bring Discord in as a third party. I thought, for some reason in my head, I thought, oh, we can have these guys all talking at the same time, but it doesn't work that way. I wonder if I can add Nomic manually. I'm not going to do this now. All right, Nomic, you're our winner, even though we're not going to hear your voice in here.
You're a winner. Send him the prizes. Thank you, everybody.
I'll fix this by Wednesday. I just wasn't thinking. Nomic in the chat, you are our contestant. Brian's going to explain the rules, the topic, and you're going to decide who's going to win and who should start. Go ahead, Brian.
That is correct. So I'm going to be giving Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic. They're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, or they give an answer that's already been given, or they take too damn long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job is to predict who's going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for the carryover prize from last week, which is that Zumo 32U4 robot. This thing is so rad. I wish I could keep it for myself, but I can't.
Radbot.
It is a really rad bot. This thing does just look it up. Look up the video. It's really cool. Zumo 32U4.
I'm not gonna explain it to you. Just Google it.
It does so many things. We'd be here for an hour of me explaining all the things it can do. And we're adding to that a copy of Batman Arkham Origins on Steam, courtesy of William Hill. Thank you for that. This is super, super cool. Yeah. All right. So the topic today, this is going to be a tricky one because I've got 4 pages. Because I could not figure out the way this thing was done. I couldn't compress it down to 1 page. So I'm going to give me time as you give answers. But Comic Book Resources ranked the 20 best superpowers of all time. So from your comic book characters, what are the 20 best superpowers of all time, as ranked by Comic Book Resources? You don't need to get them in order, obviously.
All right.
I was about to say, because this is just opinion. So we're just yeah. Right.
Yeah. So you guys are naming comic book powers, but you're naming what they would consider the best of those powers. For example, I can tell you that Matter Eater Lad, who is my least favorite superhero, is got one of the lamest powers ever. Just that he can eat everything.
That's a pretty bad.
That's not lame.
Well,
you know what Scott would give to be able to eat any nacho that he wanted.
Hey, who's got good nachos in South Carolina? Anybody?
Oh, absolutely. If you want some good nachos, I head down to my local Mexican eatery, and they have something there called sweet nachos. It's nachos with nacho cheese. Actually, it's actually got the white cheese on it.
Yeah,
and it has shredded chicken and it has cherries, which are delicious, and they call them sweet nachos, and they are delicious.
Well, next time I'm down there.
Interesting. Wow.
Next time I'm there, I'm going to check those out. All right, Nomic says that Brian will win, and I should start.
All right, fair enough.
Thank you, Nomic, for that. All right, so I'm starting. Flying.
Flight, number 9 on the list. One of the most typical superpowers available for most heroes, and even those that can't fly can make up for it with other devices. There you go. Flight, number 9 on their list of best superpowers.
That is way lower on the list than I would have given it.
I would have thought that would have been number 1 myself. You're right, Scott.
Yeah.
It just lets you get places faster. It doesn't really, it just lets you get to the bank quicker to stop the bad guys.
But there's so many other cool things. I mean, like you can escape bad situations. Like, don't I have that conversation with your girlfriend? Fly away. I mean,
you always have air superiority. That's an important factor.
You absolutely do. But if you don't have anything else to go with it, all you are is just, I can get there first, man.
Yeah. I can get there first, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the.
Oh. He was breaking. His phone broke up.
Am I breaking up?
Yeah, you're back. You're back. You're going to go with what? Sorry. Say it again.
Oh, that's weird. You guys didn't break up at all. Just me. Okay, so I would go with super strength.
Super strength. That is number 7.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, because if you, you may get to the bank first with your flight, but you need some way of stopping those bank robbers. And super strength, if you can, like, lift up their getaway car while they're still in it or something. That's the way to do it. Back to Scott.
Telekinesis,
number 3. We're moving up the charts here.
All right.
Yeah.
They give Carrie from the Stephen King movie as a great example of this. I don't know why, but
why wouldn't it be Professor
X? Superhero.
It should be Professor X or somebody like that, like an X-Men.
You would think, right? Exactly.
That's dumb.
Jean Grey could have maybe used her, but
yeah, that's dumb.
Right.
Telekinesis, a very good superpower.
Right. Okay, so the most coveted superpower that all kids had during the 50s, 60s, 70s was X-ray vision.
X-ray vision. Number 20. The bottom of the
Oh
list.
my gosh!
Are you kidding me?
No, Mick, you
That's
just
like
about
the
lost
most-
it,
That's
dude.
the most desired superpower of all, right? Other than super
no,
hearing.
it wasn't. It's just because you were looking for boobies and panties. That's what that
Hey.
was.
Right, exactly. You know, it's only
You
good
get
X-ray
your
vision
powers the way you
when
want.
it stops.
I don't think the question was what superpower is the most effective or is the most, well-to-do. It's just the one that you want the most, right?
All right.
That's right.
Fair
Well,
enough.
You know, that was the thing. You know, in the back of the comics on that big
Yeah.
page with all the little things you could buy for $3.99 plus $12 shipping and handling. One of those things were those X-ray specs.
Well, you made it into the top 20 nonetheless. All right.
That's right.
For me, next up would be. It just slipped my mind. Healing. Some sort of healing ability. Wolverine style healing.
A healing factor, if you will.
Yeah.
Like regeneration, for example.
Yes. That's
Yes.
a better word.
Number 12 on the list.
Okay.
Wolverine has this. Deadpool has this.
Mm-hmm.
Helps you last longer in a fight.
Yeah.
It's like Cialis of superpowers.
Does the girl with the two claws in the movie Logan? I forget her name in the comics.
X-23?
The X-23. Does she also do that? She heal and regenerate?
Yeah.
Okay.
She can. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Cool. I was just wondering.
Cool, man. Cool.
I could have totally Googled that, but
Yeah.
whatever.
But cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
cool. I'm gonna go with. Hey, you know what? If I know the other guy has X-ray vision, then I'm gonna want to be invisible.
Oh,
That's my
sure.
power. Right.
Now that's an interesting question. What happens with X-ray vision and invisibility? Don't you, if you have X-ray vision, don't you still see the bones of the invisible dude walking around because you're looking on a different wavelength? The X-ray.
Oh, that's
Just
interesting.
according to how deep your invisibility is.
There's also that question about invisibility. If you eat something, does everyone get to see your food go down a pipe?
Right.
And
You have
sit
to
there.
get invisible clothes too, or
Yeah.
what's the unstable molecules like Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah.
Invisibility, number 11 on the list. Very good.
Well done. All right. Super speed.
Speed, of course, right? Like the Flash.
Yeah, like the
Quicksilver.
Flash.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Number 5 on the list.
All
Very
right.
good.
I'll take it.
Right. So you said I'm a little concerned about this one
Okay.
because there's a branch where and we mentioned telekinesis, but telekinesis is not really
Telekinesis is you can move objects,
Moving-
physical objects with your mind.
right.
So that's where the
Right.
kinetic part comes from. The kinetic
Right.
is part of the word.
Right.
And I know what
So
I know what you're thinking, but I'm not going to help you.
Yeah, I know. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You absolutely should not. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
All right. How about la 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 la? How about morphing abilities? The ability to morph into
shape-shifting.
shape. There we go. Shape of a bucket of water.
You describe a great superpower, then you describe the worst use of it.
Yeah.
Number 16, shape-shifting. Very good.
Shape-shifting. Okay. Stretching,
Oh, stretching. That's a good one.
like Doctor or Mr. Fantastic and Plastic Man and all that. Or
Right below shape-shifting is body manipulation, growth, stretching, all those things. So so Plastic Man, Mr. Fantastic.
it probably includes
even
like hulking
throwing
out.
Ant-Man's ability to shrink into that.
Yeah,
Right.
Is
as well.
Hulk, I assume, is part of that body manipulation, right?
Well, yeah, I mean his is pretty much the super strength, but yeah, I mean it's the combo of the super strength and the body
Right.
manipulation.
Sure. Manipulate that body.
Manipulation.
Mm.
Back over to Brian.
I'm gonna go with super smarts.
Super smarts. Sorry. Getting rid of that. Well, here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
This is one I was surprised was not in the list. But let me check here because no.
You trying to find one that it fits?
Yeah, no, I've got nothing that can even fit into.
So no
smarts.
one wants to be.
No one wants to be
Super
Brainiac.
smart.
Nope.
Right,
Wants to
exactly.
be Brainiac.
No one wants to be super smart.
Nope.
Oh no.
Nobody does.
Let me go down the rest of the list here. Heat/laser laser vision/optic blasts.
Of course.
Intangibility, so your kitty pride situation. Enhanced senses, kind of your daredevil bit there. Immortality, just basic immortality. Absorbing powers.
Oh yeah, rogue. Sure.
Rogue, absorbing man. Force fields, invisible woman. Teleportation, your Nightcrawler business.
Oh, I should have went with teleportation. That was my other favorite.
Was that your other one? Invulnerability, so kind of your Superman, Luke Cage. Time travel. Telepathy was the one I thought you were going to go with, Brian.
Yeah.
Which is the
I was a
number
little bit scared to do the telepathy. I was a little bit chicken.
Wait, what's at number one? That was number 2. What's number 1?
That was number 2. Number 1 is elemental control. So being able to control fire, ice, the weather.
Interesting. This is the dumbest list ever. Comic resources, you suck.
See you at the Boop Show. Bye. Okay, hung up on him. He'll be back.
Wow.
He'll be back this afternoon, 3:30 Mountain Time, with me for the Boop Show. Everybody, so you can hear Brian wallow in his pain. Yeah.
That one goes out to, submitted by Ian Levinstein. So I am sci-fi. Came up with that topic for Battle Royale. So good job. I actually really liked it. I thought it was a fun one, but agreed.
I like it. It's a good one.
Super smarts should be in that list. It is kind of silly.
I would have put that in there. I mean, all the others are more physical, and I get that. But
right.
Nomic, nice try. Sorry, but prizes move forward to whoever we talk to on Wednesday. And if I have my way, we will absolutely talk to them on Wednesday. Okay, that's my plan.
Yes. All right.
I just got to get it working. I got to get it functioning again. Time for this.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
Hey, it's the news, and it's brought to you by
the Geek Versus podcast. Things are about to get weird when Tony, Betty, and Casey provide a nerd's eye view of pop culture on the Geek Versus podcast. I just don't want people to think it's the Geek Versus podcast, like there's a geek who says, I don't like podcasts.
Right.
The Geek Versus podcast, available on your favorite podcast app or at geekversus.com.
And they spell it out, VERSUS.
Yes,
on the
right.
website
And I hope
there.
nobody, if like they have a special guest on that show, I hope nobody ever says verse.
Yeah, verse is the worst thing ever. It's an entire generation ruined. Well done, everybody who says verse. I hate that.
That's exactly right.
What about when Mario verse Pikachu?
What about Superman versus Batman? What do you think of that movie?
Ugh, it's worse than Super Mario Bros. I hate that too, but
yeah,
it's worse than that. Okay, well, let's get to it here. We got, I think we can get through a couple of these.
Sure.
A prisoner got caught with a phone up his bum.
Oh.
Yep. Right in his hooter there.
Yeah.
Claimed he knew nothing about it. Like, completely oblivious to how it got there.
How did that get there? I lost this.
No idea, Warden. I don't know how it got up there, he says. 4-inch mobile.
I must have sat on it when I was naked from the waist down.
It was only 4 inches, so you can see why, this isn't like a a Galaxy 8.
Cricket? Was it a little cricket phone?
Like a little tiny phone. Was discovered up Dylan Martin's bum after suspicious screws picked up a signal. What? Suspicious screws picked up a signal and searched his cell at HMP Bullingdon near Bicester of Oxfordshire. This is all in Britain. Obviously.
Screws is like the that's the slang term for the guards. That's the term that the inmates give the guards. I didn't think that was a.
That's hilarious. Yeah. The screws.
The screws are coming.
They're putting the screws to you. Despite looking shocked and adamantly telling the guards the device has nothing to do with him, Martin had an extra half a year tacked onto his already long sentence. His excuse crumbled after guards discovered the SIM card inside the phone had his family and friends' contacts on it.
had photos taken with the smartphone of him inserting it into his bum.
Wait, how would you do that? That would only.
Well, you take a picture. It's like your Instagram, your four photo panel, kind of before and after situation. Like, here's me taking my pants off. Here's me with a bottle of Vaseline. Here's
So what's the final photo? Is just black. It's just like nothing.
Exactly.
It's dark. Okay.
Here it is
Here's
inside.
My taint. Yeah, it's inside me now.
Here's a really close-up photo of my taint.
It says the court heard the jail's mobile phone detection equipment picked up a signal from his cell on the 4th of this year in August. So they could... it's probably a very old phone that has like a really long battery life.
Right.
Like the way they used to be back in the day. I remember I didn't have to charge. I had this little flip phone that I had forever before smartphones that I didn't have to charge for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, that guy's weird.
Wow.
Some Utah teens got a little salty over the weekend. Right here in my grand state. They stole a plane from an airstrip and took it for a joyride. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were in Vernal. It's a very small airport. It's like a little regional airport. It's not a, it's like, I don't even know why you'd use it, but I guess.
Are these the two boys from the very beginning of the movie Pearl Harbor?
Oh,
they
hey.
grew up into,
I forgot about that. Boy Affleck and boy, who's the other one?
Tatum? Not Channing Tatum.
No. The other one that was he was real hot for a while, and then now no one talks about him anymore.
Yeah, that's the one.
He was one of those Halloween movies. He was in Black Hawk Down.
Right.
Chat room, help me here. He was a handsome young man. Hartnett, Josh Hartnett.
Oh, Josh Hartnett. Right.
Yeah,
right.
you have to
see if I could come up with it before the chat room.
If you want to keep your food handler's permit, you have to always wear a Josh Hartnett. Anyway, they took a plane. It was a little Cessna. They're only 14 and 15 years old. They're not giving names, obviously, but they had been staying at the Split Mountain Youth Detention Center in Vernal. So this is like a kid rehabilitation joint. Anyway, on Thanksgiving, the pair took a tractor and drove it to a private airstrip. There, they took a fixed-wing single-engine Cessna and took to the skies, flying along US 40 for 15 miles toward the Colorado state line. They were coming your way, Brian.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, that's impressive if they've had no flight training to be able to get it up in the air.
Yeah. Yeah. No, these guys are...
played a lot of Microsoft Flight Simulator. What is that? It's hidden in Excel.
Yeah.
Do they have Excel in the Youth Mountain or Split Mountain Youth Detention Center?
Yeah, you nailed it. I'm trying to see how they landed it. Let's see. It isn't clear what the punishment is for stealing and landing a plane. Social media split on whether the boys are heroes or villains. The teens mentioned flying back toward the Wasatch Front, but decided to... Oh, they returned to Vernal and landed it there. So they got a little freaked out and just took it back where they got it.
Jeez, that's impressive.
Yeah. Good job, Utah teens.
Yeah, even being able to land it. I wonder if they had to have somebody from the flight deck talk them through it. All right, I'm going to talk you through this.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But they're pulling their, stretching their tie down and give me some coffee.
Yeah. Give me coffee, boy. Hey, did you know if you swallow a Lego, I can tell you how long it'll be before you get it back?
Oh, is it the same for everybody?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty close.
Wow.
On average. Okay. So, I mean, if you're a little kid, it's probably different.
Does the size of the Lego, I mean, are we talking one of those, the 12 nubs or maybe just like the single nubs?
It would probably, they don't say here? Let's see. Yeah, they don't say, but I'm guessing it's like the most normal brick, right? Wouldn't that be the one you'd test on?
I think probably, right? It's that 4 and 4, your standard 8 number.
Has everything worked out for them since they changed their plastic type? Did you remember that? There was a big deal about them going for some more recyclable version of Legos, and there was all this concern from Lego aficionados that it wouldn't hold and, that it would be too pliable and not hold like regular Legos are supposed to.
No, I didn't. I had no idea that they did this. Huh.
Either that or I'm having a fever dream about it. I swear I remember this. If you poop a Lego, are you shitting bricks? Icor says. That's pretty good. Sorry, I put coin down. Let's see here. It says here they know how... Oh, okay. What do you hope to say soon after you swallowed a Lego figurine head? So now they're saying it's a figurehead, a fig head.
A little figurine head, sure. So like, bad example, but I've got Mysterio right here, my little Mysterio minifig.
He is a bad example because he's
a bad example because he doesn't have a typical head.
Yeah, it's like a marble with a hole in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, these are the key questions addressed by a study just published by the Journal of Pediatrics and Child Health. If you are saying, but I don't usually eat Lego figurine heads, you are probably not 6 months to 3 years old. Apparently, this is very common for them. In those glory days, chances are you were trying to put all kinds of things in your mouth, according to the publication in the World Journal of Pediatrics. This title is aptly titled Foreign Body Ingestion. Children like to put objects in their mouth, unquote. In 2002, the UK had over 128,000 reported incidences of foreign body ingestion or aspiration, with coins being the most commonly swallowed item by kids. I did this when a babysitter was waiting around for her money, and I was 7 or something, and I put a quarter in my mouth, or I don't know why, and choked almost to death when I was 7 years, or maybe I was younger. I may have been 5 or 6, but yeah, been there, man.
Damn,
done that.
A quarter?
Yeah.
You, like, went right for the... Went for the gold medal instead of working your way up through the the minor leagues.
Yeah, I should have started with a penny or a dime or something.
Or a dime, yeah, exactly.
Dimes you don't even notice; they just go right in. It says
we
here
actually consume, 7 to 12 dimes per night in our sleep. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No.
I know it's not. It's no source of money.
Spiders, yes, but not dimes.
Yeah, no dimes. I always hate that stat
I know,
because I never know if it's
how many
real. Is it
spiders-
real? Is it real? Do we know?
It's something like 7 spiders a year or something. Yeah.
Spiders.
Is what they claim to be real.
Let's see. Not seat spiders, eat spiders. Fact or fiction? Okay, here we go. ScientificAmerica.com. These guys seem like they might know. Should we worry about arachnids crawling into our mouth while we are in deep sleep? Rod Crawford has plenty of... Okay, let's see. Once or twice a year, someone tells me they've recovered a spider leg in their mouth. Luckily for us, the fact that people swallow 8 spiders in their sleep a year is not true, not even close. The myth flies in the face of both spider and human biology.
It's more like 35.
Yeah, it's like... it's handfuls. Just handfuls of it. See, it says it's very unlikely you would ever end up with a spider in your mouth at all. 3 or 4 spiders live in the North American homes. They all tend to be found either tending to their webs, hunting non-human infested areas. During their forays, they usually don't intentionally crawl into bed because it offers no prey, unless you have bed bugs, and then you have a bigger problem. So, anyway, spiders have no interest in humans. Spiders regard us much like they do a big rock, says Bill Scheer, biology professor of Hampton-Sydney College in Virginia. He's the former president of the American Spider Society. We're so large that we really are just part of the landscape. So they don't care. They don't crawl in there. They don't want nothing to do with us. Feel better about yourselves, everybody. You're not eating spiders at night. It's fine.
Good. Yeah, that always felt like one of those made-up things.
It did. Look at us doing the work here.
That's right. We've you know what? We've probably made a lot of people feel better about life today.
I feel better. I know that.
Sure.
All right, we're gonna save this teen texting thing for tomorrow because it's real good and I want to spend time on it.
Okay.
But we're going to take a break. When we come back, major spoilers time. There's no Daryl today because there is 0 Star Trek stuff to talk about. None.
0. There's nothing, which is funny because we're starting to gear up in less than a month. Well, about a month, we've got Discovery finally coming back.
Yeah, I think it's this just time of year. Oh, and Game of Thrones not coming back till April? What are you guys even doing? What are you guys doing? What is that?
Resting on their laurels. Spending some of that Game of Thrones money is what they're doing.
I guess so. I mean, I saw a bunch of pictures on Instagram from some of the stars that are all like wrapping up filming and getting excited and all that, and that's great. But April? Good Lord.
No kidding.
Anyway, let's take a break. You got a song for the break?
I do. We're looking at a band that's got a great name. We Were Promised Jetpacks is the name of this band.
That's great.
I believe they are from Edinburgh, Scotland, but they came to the U.S. to work with producer Jonathan Lowe, who works with bands like The Nationals, Sufjan Stevens, Kurt Weill, The War on Drugs, and their prior albums were recorded in England, Scotland, and Iceland. They felt like it was time to try doing something in the U.S., so they came to Minor Street in Philadelphia and also Long Pond in New York's Hudson Valley in early 2018 to gather together to record this.